Well, my name is Zach. Can I get your first name, please?
My name's Jim.
Alright, Jim, and then can I get the serial number for the product you're calling about?
Serial number?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I just have kind of a general techie sort of question.
Okay, what kind of question is that?
All right. Well, I got me one of them new MacBooks because I was trying to be, email the kids and whatnot, and I was looking at my buddy's computer he got there, and he's got a recycling bin on it, and you got a trash can. And I was wondering, if Apple is trying to be so environmentally friendly, why are you throwing things in a trash can when Windows is putting them in the recycling?
It's just different names for it. It doesn't actually change regardless. It's just data. It's not going to save any information tossing it into a recycling bin as opposed to a trash can.
Right, but I'm trying to be, forward and progressive. I don't want to be throwing none stuff in the trash I don't gotta.
Right, the trash is just there to delete any of your files, and it's not actually saving anything from the environment. It's just deleting your files. It's just a trash can.
Right, but doesn't that go into a landfill?
No.
It doesn't?
Nope.
Well, when I throw a piece of paper in the trash, it goes to the landfill. And you're telling me when I put something in my computer on the trash, it don't go to the landfill? But my buddy got a recycling bin. Does his recycling bin go to the landfill too?
His physical one would probably go not to a landfill, but to a recycling plant, whereas your trash can would probably go to a landfill.
Right. So why am I throwing my computer documents like things and pictures and such? I'm throwing them in the trash, but he's putting them in the recycling. It's going to the recycling plant. But I don't want none of my pictures ending up in a landfill. That's not environmentally friendly.
They're not actually going to a landfill.
But it's a trash can.
To being erased off the computer. It doesn't go anywhere.
It doesn't go nowhere?
No.
Then y'all don't recycle.
Nope. When you write a new document on the computer, it just kind of rewrites over it, so in its own way it's kind of recycling itself.
Now I am thoroughly confused. So you're telling me that he puts it in the recycle bin, and his recycling is going to the same place my trash is going?
Pretty much, yep.
So what's the point of recycling?
That's just what they call it.
But if I was to take this here soda can and I throw it in the trash, it goes to the landfill. But if I take it down to the recycling center, they give me a nickel for it. So they just take it, they giving me a nickel and just throwing that in the trash? That don't seem smart.
That would be the physical interpretation. That's correct.
But I'm looking at it right here on my desktop.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a trash can. So when I put...
And when you digitally erase and empty that trash can, it removes it from your computer. So next time you write a file on your computer, it makes space and then rewrites over that old file.
So Sir, you're losing me with your technical mumbo jumbo here. I just want my files to be recycled.
I mean, they are being recycled.
But you said they aren't. And why isn't it called a recycle bin if it's a trash bin? It says trash right on. I put my little arrow on it. It says trash. I don't want it to be trash. I want to say recycle.
Okay, there's not really a way to change the name of it.
Well, changing the name doesn't. Sir, I'm not following you here. See, you're telling me when I throw something in the trash, it's doing the same thing as throwing it in the recycle, but I know that ain't true. I think you're speaking lies, sir.
Okay. No. It's pretty much the same thing on both computer platforms. It's a digital media source. So if you have a file on both computers and you put one in the trash and one in the recycling bin on each respective unit, and then empty the recycling bin or empty the trash can, it removes that data, One's just called a recycle bin. One is just called a trash bin. No difference at all except for the name and the title.
So it is going in the trash.
Yes.
Regardless if his says recycle on it or if mine says trash on it.
Mm-hmm.
So Windows speaking lies. Windows speaking lies about what they doing with their files.
The point of the trash and recycle bin are so that your files go there first, so you know what is about to be erased, and so that way you can confirm whether you want to erase that or not.
But
so it's just like the idea of, oh, I don't need this piece of paper document that I have, I'm going to throw it in the trash can. Oh wait, actually I do need that, I need to recover it, so you can pull it back out of the trash can before you actually send it away to the dump.
But I don't like to throw my paper, I throw my paper in the recycle bin.
Okay, same idea with the recycle bin. Throw your paper in the recycle bin.
But they ain't the same thing. They ain't
the recycle bin.
They ain't the same darn thing. One is going to the dump, and the other one is going wherever those people take it with the trucks. Well, it's going to some recycle place where they recycle it and make napkins and such. But that ain't the same. So why are you calling it a trash bin or a recycle bin when they're doing the same thing? Because in real life, thems don't do the same thing. And I thought a computer was supposed to be just like real life.
I don't know what to tell you, honestly.
Well,
Honestly, there is not any similarities between real life and computers. One is digital, one is real, one is fake, one is not.
Well, I paid $2,000 for this computer. You're telling me it ain't real? I'm looking at it right here. You're speaking lies?
Thank you so much for calling Apple Peer Support, Jim. Take care.
Speaking lies.